Hello everyone, this is the Tarot Queen Jamila. I'm here to do the Fall Equinox September 2016 love reading for the Taurus. So something I'm going to start doing is shuffling before I start. So the cards are already shuffled, I just need to cut them. So this is going to look at the love energies for September 2016. Also, September is going to be the fall equinox, so I'll go into that possibly if it's necessary during the reading. Let me go ahead and start laying them out. All right, so Taurus, let's take a look and see what's going on. Now, first of all, you got a couple of court cards. So you've got the King of Wands. Looks like is going to be kind of like an overview of the month. Just to draw another card to kind of, because that is a court card. Now, this is very solid. A very solid foundation of energy. It could also mean for some of you singles out there that there is some sort of fire sign coming into your life, which is really good for the Taurus because the fire signs do provide a challenge. Sometimes the water signs are less compatible. It just depends on what other aspects are there. So for the singles, this is a person coming in the month of September. Just to draw out one card for that card, just to kind of see maybe how you'll react to it or what kind of energy it will bring for you. And you got the Novice of Swords, which is another court card, but it does tell me that with as far as this Elder of Wands, that there is going to be some conflict initially when you meet this person. So initially you're not going to really like them, especially if you're single, because they're going to be saying something to you that you're not going to necessarily agree with. But keep in mind that opposites attract all the time, and it's about finding that balance and harmony. So I got the Elder of Wands. It looks like it's definitely a person coming in with a strong presence. And it looks like they have the stability that you want. Now, if you are already involved with someone, this person is definitely taking on an active role as like the stabilizer in the family. This is a traditional father, but there's going to be some sort of conflict. There's going to be a message that's going to come up that's going to probably, explain a lot of what's going on in this particular cycle. So just keep in mind that there's King of Wands, and there's going to be some slight conflict, or maybe even fast conflict with this person, like immediate conflict. So I do see some sort of conflict, some sort of message coming from a possible outside person that's going to cause some conflict. Now, the past energies, you have the Queen of Wands, which is the Initiate of Wands in my deck. And so this is another literal person. Just to explain more about what this literal person is saying. First of all, again, this is another fire sign. And this is probably female, especially because it's a queen. Even though there's a male that is showing on the pic or on the deck, the illustration. So it can be either or, to be honest with you. It just really depends. But again, it's a Queen of Wands. So this is another fire sign energy. And so this person does come through with the reading. Maybe this is someone you dated in the past. Maybe this is maybe a friend, or maybe it could be your mother. It could be, any female, any literal person in your life that would resonate. So let's kind of see what this Queen of Wands did in the past. I get the sense it's probably going to be some sort of maybe emotional upset, possibly for the Taurus, but let me just find out real quick what's going on for the past. Yeah, Elemental of Swords, Page of Swords. This is conflict, some sort of conflict, a message that you probably didn't want to hear in the past related to your love life. So if you're single, there's probably, this literal person, which is the Page of Swords, typically someone younger than you, that probably caused some conflicts, more than likely caused some conflicts in the past. So that's whether or not you're single or currently involved with someone. Now, what's affecting, this whole situation subconsciously is the Stars card. So this is a lot of hope and light energy. Okay. Also, I kind of see a little bit of guardian angel through this card all the time. Usually I see some really positive, vibrant energy. So that's really good that that's affecting you subconsciously. But why would it be causing conflict? Now, I do see in September, though, you are going to, especially if you're already involved with someone, that maybe there's going to be this, new hope that's on the horizon, which is why the Stars card comes up as hope and inspiration. And also, if you or meeting someone, this person will probably end up being very inspirational for you. And there's also a lot of creativity in the Stars card, especially with all of this fire energy in your chart. I can definitely see why. The subconscious influences, and this is whether or not you're a couple, and that's really positive things that are affecting you subconsciously. So evidently, from what the spirits are telling me, is that it's not necessarily you. It may not necessarily be subconscious, but it's definitely this outside person, is what I want to say about that. Yeah, so it's also whoever that outside person is affecting you outwardly with the conflicts, and it is having an effect on your perception of your relationship. But in September, I do see that there is going to be this hope, and it explains. But it seems like this person, they're coming through as a swords, like really, really strong. So, it could be possible fire sign with some air sign in the chart, or either air sign with fire energy in their chart, because whoever it is, they move real fast. Like in September, I can see an issue, and then in the past also. Now, your hopes and your secret hopes and wishes, what you're wishing for secretly, is the Six of Swords. So there is a situation, maybe some sort of perception. It's really usually something that it's a really bad conflict, a lot of manifestation of conflict. The Six in itself is like an overload, possibly, of conflict. And because the Six is a manifestation number, so this is a manifestation of some sort of negative perception that is going to cause you to move. So, some of you Tauruses might be wanting to move, okay? Maybe even move location, move house, or maybe even just move away from a tough situation, or just to get past it. So the Six is when you're overcoming that conflict, which is causing the emotional conflict, but it's also when there is literally like this breakdown. It can either be physical, it can be a physical manifestation, or it can just come through your mind, and it's just a situation that you have to get away from it. So you're wanting to escape something that's really hard for you to move on from. So it's really a situation that's had a breakdown, and you just want to move on from it, okay? Particularly something in the past, something from the past, or something that you want to put in the past. Hence the number of return, which is the 6 also. So it makes a lot of sense, the 6 of Swords, it's being the conflict of something from the past or some past energy. Going back to the Star, I can see that with you Tauruses, this is not just a lover, but also a friend. Or you could be in the month of September, there's this desire for a love affair with somebody that you really like that could be a friend. And then, also if you're single, you may be kind of flirty during that time. I think September is going to bring that out in you, especially if that's going to be affecting your subconscious. And then also just somebody that you have a familiarity with. Okay. The stars means a whole lot more than that. This is about maybe possibly some fetish, maybe some sort of sexual fetish that you may have. Maybe it's some sort of fetish for, a relationship with someone close to you. And that's all that I'm going to say about that. So just to go a little bit deeper and further into that. Now, the hidden forces is the Lover's card. So, what I'm taking from the spirits is that there's some sort of crossroads, some sort of decision that's being made between something that's good for you and something that's bad for you. Also, there's, on a positive note, I can see this as there being, exploring between two people. And then also some sort of closeness to the point where they almost feel like they could be related, but not really, or it could be relation, you never know. So it's a part of the tarot, and I do have to, give that information out, and because there's a lot of different things about the cards with as far as exploring love and sexuality that are still very taboo, but I still bring those things up because people tell me about, people feel open with talking to me about things. So now an upcoming event is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new beginning. Things are going to start taking shape. So if you are currently in a relationship with someone, it does look like with this 6 of Swords, you are going to move away from that situation, and you're going to either, choose between one or the other, especially with the Lovers. So it seems like once you get away from this bad mental perception and this conflict, it does look like there is going to be a choice after, with your secret desires, you're going to make a choice. And then there's going to be a new beginning. So some of you probably will choose to leave a relationship, or maybe leave something behind in the relationship and then start over. It can be interpreted that way, definitely, especially with the way the cards are going around. But it could also mean, if you're currently involved with someone, it doesn't mean that the relationship is over. It just means that you had a really good, stable new beginning is the Ace of Pentacles. So I can see some of you are going to be purchasing homes, or maybe a car, or maybe you're going to make a move. So this is about the physical. The Ace of Pentacles is about some sort of physical manifestation. It can be, anything. It can be anything physical. This is about, physical, and then material and security. So it's a lot of different things in the Pentacle suit. Now, your surrounding environment, you did get the nine of Wands. So the 9 of Wands definitely denotes male energy, or some sort of fire energy. But the 9 of Wands is really about, having obstacles, but using the energy around you, and using, using what you worked hard for to resolve those issues. So there's definitely some obstacles in your surrounding environment in September. In particular for you singles, it's probably going to feel Very overwhelming. Getting the 9 is really, really hard work. This is when you're overcoming something. So the 9 is a really heavy number because it means that you're trying to achieve that balance. It's almost like you're at a completed cycle. And some of you may end up purchasing a new car, or you may have to, just to let you know, to prepare for that in September. I'm kind of seeing that if you've got that old bucket that has been, running for you, you may either have some cars, either you may move on from that vehicle, or you may take it into the shop. So just to let you know. So it's going to be something in your surrounding environment that's going to lead to that security kind of being, the security that you're going to feel from that new beginning. And it's going to take inner strength to overcome it. So, and I do see that there is going to be encouragement and some help. The 9 of Wands definitely does show that there's going to be some assistance with whatever it is, just like, you'll overcome it, but you're not going to do it alone, which I guess means a lot to the Taurus, because they're typically very independent people, while sometimes they are, somewhat codependent. But anyway, but you're now the influence of others is again another security thing. You got the 4 of Pentacles, so this is actually when you're not feeling very secure, and you're gonna feel like, and this is normal for this time of the year, which is why I called it the fall equinox of 2016 love reading. You're going to hold on to money in September. You're going to be really mindful. So if you've been overspending and you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm just spending too much and I'm not retaining enough, well, it looks like in September a lot of you are going to be stocking up on stuff, because the 4 of Pentacles comes up. And that's actually a good thing, in my opinion. Now, just keep in mind that you don't want to appear to be greedy. You want to, but I do see you as kind of holding back financially and putting stuff into savings. And so if you are single and you're not involved with someone in the month of September, or you don't anticipate it, or whatever, whenever you're reading or getting this reading, it does seem like for some of you, you may be holding on to some things that are bad for you. It's a possibility. Or maybe holding on to your relationship, holding on real tight. And that makes a lot of sense. So as far as with love, whether or not you're holding on to something that other people perceive as bad for you, you're still going to hold on. And it does look like if you are currently involved in a partner, that partner is going to hold on to you as well, because it's still a balanced number. But I still see you, along with the fall equinox, I do see that you're going to stock up, and the spirits will probably lead you that way. Now, the spiritual forces, you did get the 2 of Wands, so this is a balance, and this is some level of success in your relationship. I'm not sure why I see you singles currently in September being connected with someone that is a fire sign. Again, fire signs are really good for Tauruses. It helps the balance. And so if you meet a fire sign, you may want to give that person a chance, okay? And also the spirits are also saying, don't be afraid to move forward, because we'll help guide your path, because there is a certain amount of the 2 of Wands, in the pagan tarot deck, is really about having, the guidance. So, and it is a partnership card, which is really good. But for it to come up with the spiritual forces, I do see this being as some sort of guiding force in your life. That's, able to assist you in your journey. Because again, I see a lot of you Taurus is either moving, house, maybe possibly, I don't know, maybe you could be relocating for a job. With that Two of Wands, I do see you as moving. I do see things as, and I do see you as, with that Four of Pentacles, maybe saving up some money, possibly. Also with that, you know. Or if you're in a relationship with a Taurus, they'll probably start saving, and they'll probably start, you know, gathering up resources and stuff. So, as a final outcome, you got the Ten of Chalices. So, Ten of Chalices is a really happy, well-balanced family with really good emotions. Whether or not they're good or bad, it's still a completion. A lot of peace and harmony is in the Ten of Cups. And so that's a really beautiful card to get. You know, you're sharing in a lot of joy. And so for some of you who are single, you know, I do see you as, you know, sharing a lot of good times and, you know, inviting people over and getting in touch with your family. Now, I do see a man coming in. And I do see him as not a man, but a person coming in. This is for male and female Tauruses. Sorry about that. I can't be impartial. But so this is definitely someone coming in that's going to fit in with your family. And it's going to be a completion. So if you're single, that's a really good thing. If you are involved with somebody, it represents perfect harmony, abundance, and happiness. So it's not just, you know, the good feelings and the good times, but it's also about harmony and abundance and happiness. Just to go a little bit further into that as far as with the dates. This could be someone going back to, it was one of these cards in the past. If you are involved with someone, this is possibly someone that you met, or either, you know, the relationship went to another level sometime in March of possibly last year. So if you are involved with someone, it looks like, you know, it's been, you know, it's a really stable foundation as far as with, especially with the King of Wands coming up and then the Queen of Wands coming up. So anyway, that is going to do it for your spring equinox love reading. Not spring, fall. I keep saying that. I don't know why I keep thinking spring. That's going to do it for your fall equinox love reading for September 2016. Again, this reading may not resonate with all of you. You know, if you want a more personalized reading, if you got something going on now, which I do see that currently, you know, the Tauruses do have some conflicts going on. You can definitely contact me. The link to my website is in the video description box. And I also do have a other contact information in case you have a question about readings. You can always contact me at my customer service number. All right, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you thumbs up this video. And I'll see you guys on your next reading. Thank you for watching. Namaste.